Hello TikTok, my name is Frida Vizel and this video is a little introduction about me and my work in this account. So I grew up in the Saltmore Hasidic community in Kiryas Joel, an insular village in upstate New York. I'm the fifth child of 15 children. I grew up in a very closed off world. I grew up speaking Yiddish. I grew up in a very gender segregated world. I also grew up in a very innocent world, in a world full of childhood sort of free-spiritedness, as well as a lot of restrictions. I got married in an arranged marriage. I had a child by the time I was 20, and then I ended up leaving the community. I would say I was always a misfit. I am a very strong-minded person, a very independent person, and I found a lot of things in the community didn't work for my personality. I always, however, felt very strongly that the Hasidic community does a lot of things very beautifully, that it is a way of life that works for a lot of people. It was never in me to judge women who find a lot of meaning, especially women who are often told by the outside world that their lives are oppressive and meaningless. I never came into my former community with that perspective, and out of my sense of how complicated this society is, how nuanced it is, how much there is we can learn from other ways, came my work, which is to be a bit of a cultural translator. I do walking tours in Hasidic Brooklyn. I also have a account on another platform which shall not be named here for purposes of the algorithm. I don't want to be suppressed, but I do long form interviews and explorations on the other thing about this society, and recently I have started to do short form content here on TikTok. I'll do, let's say, a little bit of an explainer on the payas, the side locks, or on how children are raised. My aim is not to tell you it is a rosy or perfect world. My aim is also not to tell you it's a terrible world. My aim is also not to exoticize. I believe that education, for those who come with a non-judgmental curiosity, who just say, I've seen this thing, I want to understand it, is valuable, it is necessary, it is fair to want to understand things that are so different, and that just saying, oh, it's wrong to try to understand the other is not my approach. So I think my work is valuable. It is also really difficult in the current climate where pretty much anything I put out there gets reframed and twisted into extremely reductive narratives that are really often very anti-Semitic. I had a lot of really disturbing and problematic and depressing comments. I am trying to come to this work approaching you, the audience who comes to this, non-judgmentally and doing the work for you, and to leave all of that negativity that comes with it to the wayside. As long as I feel like I keep my moral center around my work, that is good enough for me. And to that end, I try my best to respond to comments that feel like they come from an honest place. Like, if you want to understand how do you curl side curls when the hair is naturally straight, or what happens if someone can't have children in the Hasidic community, those kinds of questions, I try to answer them as much as possible in the tiny character limit that I have on TikTok. So I look out for your comments and I try to answer them if I feel like they come in good faith with fair curiosity. So please feel free to drop your comments and I'll do my best to either respond to you directly or to try to think of segments that I can do to answer them in a more comprehensive and holistic way. That's pretty much about me. Feel free to share your thoughts, check out my long form content, and I look forward to reading your comments. Bye.